Hello, friends and neighbors. It's Curtis here. Time for another confession. And no, this is not made up. I've got a confession to make at a place where I used to work, where I did something that I was not supposed to do. Well, here's the deal. First of all, I used to work at a funeral home a few years ago, and well, here's the thing: the funeral home I used to work at is closed down now, but it's not because of me. No, nope. It's because of the owner. But anyway, it's a funeral home that had been here since the 1800s, and now it's closed down. And another company has now purchased the funeral home, went up for auction. But now, here's the thing about this funeral home. Now, a lot of people don't know a director is, he's the one that takes care of the bodies after the person has passed away. And they call them directors. So, morticians, whatever. But now, this funeral home, the time that I was there for a few years. I can't believe I said that. But we went over. Now, we normally average like maybe 6 or 7 directors or, during, at a time. That's about how many you'd have. And this funeral home went through over 45 directors in 1 year. 1 year. Because couldn't get along with the owner. And, it was just bad. We used to get along, the owner and I, but here's the thing. Whenever I'd have to go pick up a body, I'm not going to get into all the gore and all the stuff, all the details, but I'd have to go to Duke University or some hospital, pick up a body. Somebody had passed away, and the bodies were always treated very delicately and with respect. But now, see, my drive, say like to go to one place was like a 4-hour drive. And, sometimes you eat just to keep from getting sleepy, So here it is. This owner of this funeral home, she said, "You are not to eat inside of any of the vehicles. You can eat when you get back home." Well, I got a confession to make. But it's a strange thing. I would eat in the hearse. Now, I drove a hearse to go pick up the bodies at these places. And it's a strange thing when you pull a hearse. Like you go to a McDonald's and you say, "Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order, please?" You say, "Yeah, I'll take a McDouble and an order of fries and a cup of water." And you pull around there and pick it up. You got a hearse there. And I have to say some of the funny stories from that. There are some people that stretch their eyes real big. "You got a body back there?" And this one lady, she asked me that, and I said, "Yes, I do." Ah! Took off running. So that was a funny moment, but things that happen quite often. And one time, I'll tell you this real quick. I was driving down the interstate, and I'm just driving along, and I had a casket in the back of the hearse, and I'm going through Charlotte, actually. And I'm not sure if these ladies are called Mennonites or what. They've got these little bonnets on top, not really bonnets, but it's like a little piece of cloth on top of their heads and kind of dressed the same. I'm not cutting that down, nothing like that. But there was 6 women. They all look alike, dressed in that car. They're wearing the little bonnets. And anyway, I'm driving down the interstate, and then this woman passing me by, and they started looking back at the hearse that I was driving, looking back at me. Well, the one driving decided to take a look also. So when she looked back, she ran me off the road, and so I didn't have an accident or anything. I was able to get it under control. But anyway, all of a sudden those women start screaming and hollering, and they take off, get way ahead of me. But here's the thing, though. My confession, I ate whenever I wanted to. Whenever I had to go out of town, do a funeral out of state or whatever, I was hungry, I would eat. And I never did say, well, no, I'm not going to eat in your vehicle. No, I just, and, oh, okay, all right, whatever you say, okay. But it sure was fun pulling the drive-up windows of the hearse, I have to say. So there's my confession, and it is what it is. And if you're watching this, lady that used to own a funeral home, I'm not the only one. Every director, every one of us, when we rode together, whatever, we ate. Even if it was a pack of crackers, we ate. And but I always cleaned up the mess, if there was a mess, on papers and all that stuff. You couldn't tell it. But anyway, so that's my confession. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. I got some other big time confessions coming your way, and hope you enjoyed this one. Bye-bye.